So hi Dan, it's Namm, and we're here with 4MS, and you've got some new stuff.
Yep.
Cool, let's have a look at it.
Yeah. We have here, well, first thing you're going to notice is that we have all black, matte black faceplates here.
It's like the goth version.
It's the goth version, yeah, if you like rainbows with your goth, because all our LEDs are rainbows. And so these are the same modules, we just swapped the faceplates out. We will have these for sale. And yeah, you should also see them for our clock, our legacy clock and timing modules too, which we don't have here right now. We didn't get those done in time for Namm, but we'll have those too. So it'll be everything you can have.
So basically, you can change your whole 4MS setup to suit your preference in black clothing or something.
Yeah, you can have, if you just, you know, it's a musician thing. If that's your style, then that can be done. So we're offering
was that something that you were asked for and did, or?
We actually had tried doing it back in the days of the VCA Matrix when that first came out. We did a black face plate version of that, where it was just like a limited edition version. So we've always been wanting to, just finally went around and did it. So yeah. But more exciting are really the modules themselves. So we have here, we have the Tapographic delay that's just came out. So, and this is you've probably already seen lots of videos of it, but it can be available in black also. And it has 32 taps, and you set your topographies by tapping on it. And it's velocity sensitive, which can be assigned to resonance and filters and feedback controls, and also another feedback path, which is the repeat path. It's super fun. There's some new features for it now, which it actually can quantize using the external clock jack, quantize your taps to a clock, which is really fun for doing any kind of timing-based patch where you just tap in and it quantizes them in to whatever you give it, triplets or whatever. So some new things with a new firmware update coming out of that soon. But I want to show the wave recorder. So this is sort of like the little sister of the stereo triggered sampler. It is 2 channels in, 2 channels out, stereo in, stereo out, and has a gain control and a VU meter. The clip lights actually shows clipping, so you know you want to probably stay down. If I turn some other sounds up a little bit, you can hear. So you can see the levels. So it has an SD card, and it takes modular level in, though if you boost it, you can get up to, you can run line level in and it'll boost it up to modular levels. You just hit record, and then there's also a trigger jack, so you could synchronize multiple ones. Hit record again to stop. Now it made a WAV file on this SD card here. I could put this in my computer. I could also put it in my sampler, my STS. Stereo triggered sampler, and play it back, or I can play it back here. I just flip down, and then I'm not going to unpatch it with all the camera tied in and everything right now, but you hit play and it plays it back right out there. You can
just a super simple kind of like wave recorder.
Super simple. Records up to 6 hours of stereo, 48 kilohertz, 24 bits the maximum. So just hit record and then hit stop when you want to stop. Then you can keep recording multiple files. You can also, if you hold down, it turns yellow, and then it plays the second to last file I recorded. Or if that's not the one I wanted, I can hold again, and it'll play the third to last file that I recorded. So you can browse through all the WAV files on the drive if you sit there and press long enough. So, and then you know it stays on the one you played until you flip back to record. Record a new one, play back, play. Super simple. It organizes them in folders of 10 WAV files each, which is compatible with the STS's bank system. So it's super easy. Make 10 takes, put it in your STS, and then you can use the STS to rearrange them if you want with its onboard edit features, or your computer, of course. But their file systems are compatible. So, and this is super low noise. Yeah, very, very high quality wave recording. and it's right on board. So you're not running long cables to a mixing console, which is plugged into a different power supply, and then you have ground noises and all kinds of issues that can come up. This is super high fidelity because it's a very short signal path to your recording.
That's one thing that I've noticed about all your kind of digital modules. It seems like you've worked really hard on getting the sound quality very, very high.
Yeah, absolutely. If you followed us at all, you may have noticed there was like a little lull in stuff that we came out before the Spectral and before the DLD, right around in that period, a couple of years. We were actually actively developing low noise audio, digital audio circuits. And the power supply, the analog sections, the digital sections, all that's super important for making a low noise design. And it's a lot harder than I think a lot of engineers think. You might think when you first approach it, but once we figured it out, we have a really solid topology and we have a really solid set of chips and vendors that we use, and we use that information, that knowledge of that in all these future designs. So it's really paid off.
So the other module that you're showing is this Listen 4, right?
Yeah, so we have actually, this is a family of Listen modules. We have the Listen 4, we have the Listen 4 quarters, and then we have this little one up here which isn't patched, which is the Listen 2. So I can start here with the Listen 2. This is just 2 inputs. You have a level and a pan, left, right, level and pan for each one, and then a headphone level out. So it's just a headphone monitor module, but it has a little header on the back, a little 3-pin header, which you can see here, which you can daisy chain connect to either to another one, or to Listen 4, or to our wave recorder, and you can keep daisy chaining them. So what happens if you daisy chain is I patch in here, it becomes like 2 more inputs to this. So this is a 4-channel mixer. I have 4 inputs, then I have pan and level knobs for both. So both, they're mono inputs, but then they can be pan stereo. I have a headphone out with its own level control, and then I have stereo 1/8" outs, which can be flipped modular or line level. Right now I have flipped a modular level because I'm using it as a modular mixer. If I flip it over to line, it's a true line driver output circuit. So it's not just attenuating the signal down to line levels, it's actually a line driver. It's a zero impedance line circuit. So it's you're not gonna have problems with super long cables causing like noise pickup. It's gonna be a lot less of those kind of issues because it's a real line driver. And you have the main level control. Now, in this batch here, I have this Listen daisy chain to the Listen 4, so there's no cables going in between them, but we have all our outputs coming out of this Listen 4. So what I've essentially done is made an 8-channel mixer just with one little cable.
So with all 3, we've got a 10-channel mixer?
Yeah, all 3. And then I could add another 4, and each one's main level knob is the submix level for those 4 channels.
So essentially each different module is kind of like a bus then?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they all go to a common bus, and their main level knob controls their submix and all the ones before it. So you can set it up and like have your drums in one section or something, or one set of things. The Listen 4 is very similar to the Listen 4 quarters is very similar to Listen 4. It's just the 4 1/4 is for 1/4" jacks. So these are the big jacks, and it has balanced or stereo TRS outputs. Obviously these are stereo jacks, like TRS jacks, and so you flip over to balance, then you get left and right, both are balanced, which a lot of speakers will like. Or you flip it over to stereo, and then it's left on the tip and right on the ring, and then ground. And then the other channel is reversed, right on the tip and left on the ring. So even if you're whatever kind of configuration you have, if it's 1/4" jacks, then this will handle it. And then again, you get the headphone out with a separate level control. And you can take the output of this and daisy chain it up to your wave recorder as well. So you just end up, you don't need these cables here, I'm just doing it to show how the wave recorder works. But you would just, you have the cable running up to there, you hit record, and it records right off your board. Basically, you still have your main level control, which you can use to control the house speakers without affecting your recording volume. Separate level controls for both.
Excellent. So when are you hoping to have kind of black panels ready, and then everything else ready as well?
Black panels, they'll come out slowly. It's not a high priority for us. I think the modules are a lot more exciting, but I know people will want to get started on taking all the screws off and the nuts off and everything. We should be able to have them in the spring. We want to do the other ones first too, so I'm not making any promises about the black panels, but the Wave recorder will be out in early spring. The Listen module should be out in late spring.
So, and do you have any idea on kind of price point for each kind of thing?
Right. The Wave recorder is going to be around $250. It could be a little lower depending on the size of the SD card we end up choosing to use. Since it's compatible with the STS's card, which we have a really a big and fast card with the STS, you know, we may have that or have that be an addition. Anyways, it'll be around $250. The Listen 2 will be around $135, and these are in US, $135 for the 2-channel headphone mixer. The Listen 4, which is the 4-channel headphone and line output mixer, will be around $199. Actually, it'll be $199. And then the Listen 4 and a quarter inch, which is the biggest of the series, will be $250 US.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah.